Hey everyone, it's Mari, and thanks so much for stopping by today. I am here with another Christmas project, and this is project number 7. And today I'm going to be using these products from My Favorite Things that you see on the screen here to create a fun little stocking stuffer that is going to be a lip balm. And I'm going to just take these dies from the Tall Tag Duo, and I haven't taken them apart yet, so I'm going to cut 2 at once, and I'll just stick that second one in my stash and use that later. I'm going to use the one with the banner or flagged end on it, and I'm going to just use this really cute paper pad from Doodlebug's Milk and Cookies to create the front of my little stocking stuffer. So I'm just going to run these through my Big Shot, and then you'll see me just taking my ATG gun and adding this patterned paper to the front of my base for my project, which I cut out of some Bristol Smooth cardstock from Strathmore. And I just really love that paper for card making because it's super sturdy and thick. It's got to be at least 110 pound, although it could be even heavier than that. And I just really like it for card bases or a project like this where you need something really sturdy. So I've just adhered that pattern paper to my base. And now I'm going to take this frame die from the lip balm die cuts, or dies I should say, from My Favorite Things, and I'm going to create an opening in my little treat here, my little favor, to put my lip balm in. So you'll just see me here adding a little bit of adhesive. Once again, this really strong adhesive, this from the ATG gun, which I'm going to need for this project because obviously you want this to be adhered very, very well and very strong. So I'm just going to take that now and I'm going to roll that onto the outer edge of the sort of like the cartridge part of the lip balm. Obviously, I'm going to leave the lid free so that it can be popped off. And I picked this kind. This is a Lip Smackers and it's watermelon. And I picked up a bunch of these in kind of Christmassy colors. I got some that are non-Christmassy as well, but I wanted some for Christmas stocking stuffers, obviously, as well, too. Now, I cut that frame out of that same paper out of a paper from that same paper pad, and the back side of this is actually a green, and I end up using that instead of the red. Now, I'm taking double-sided tape in 1/8 of an inch, and I'm going to add that to the lip of that lip balm replenishments that I'm going to be using to hold or house my lip balm and my little favor here. And so I'm just adding that double-sided tape to the top of the lip so that I can then adhere that to my paper. So you'll just see me adding that on there. And this is, I think it's Elizabeth Crafts or something like that, but anything that you would do. And if you have a wider double-sided tape, you could attempt to at least cut it down. I suppose you could also use a liquid adhesive on here. Something like Glossy Accents would work as well. I just wanted to use this double-sided tape just because I thought it would be easier, the easiest thing to work with. It is very, very strong. It's really super sticky, and I know that it is going to stick to the plastic of that replenishment, so I wanted to use something that I knew was going to stay put. So I'll just take the release tape or the release backing off of that tape, and now I'm just going to stick that base for my little treat here onto that replenishment. And here you can see that I decide to use the green side up on that little frame. I just thought that it looks better because that really dark red is the color that I use to cover my lip balm. And I just thought that it was a little bit too much. It didn't stand out, or it wasn't as much of a contrast if it was red. So that green matches the green in the pattern paper with the little pattern on it. It's super cute. I love that. And so I'm going to put that down as my frame. This is a super quick project. I didn't do anything really super fancy to decorate this. There's a lot of fun things that you could do with this. Your imagination obviously can go wild with this. You can see that I just took the backing there and I've covered up the back side, the hole, and then just took a piece of washi tape that complements the colors of the pattern paper. It's actually a Doodlebug washi tape. And now that washi tape can just be released and open, that back can be opened up to get the lip balm out. Now I'm going to take the Sending Smooches sentiment stamp from My Favorite Things, and I'm going to stamp out a sentiment for this little favor, and it's going to say Merry Christmas. I'm going to just use a little bit of Versamark ink on my paper to stamp this out. I'm going to treat the paper with my anti-static powder tool here first so that my embossing powder only sticks to my ink and not the paper. And so I'm going to stamp out the Versamark on this paper. As soon as I get my space cleaned up here, I just got a little bit too crazy with my anti-static powder. And so I'm just going to take some red Stampin' Up! Embossing powder, which is a really lovely bright red, real Christmassy red. So I like this, and I'm going to create this as my sentiment on my little stocking stuffer. So I'm going to heat emboss that, heat that up with my heat tool, and just do that quickly here. And then I'm going to just take an oval punch from Stampin' Up! And I'm going to cut that out and adhere that to the bottom of my little favor. So you could actually do a lot of different things with this. If you have a little, if you've got a little ticket punch or something like that, there's a lot of different ways that you could decorate your little pouch here. And you can see that I added a little bit of grosgrain ribbon. I think that's an old olive grosgrain ribbon from Stampin' Up! I have so much Stampin' Up! Ribbon in my stash from back in my Stampin' Up! Days. And I'm just going to take that. I feel like that little oval is a little bit plain, so I'm going to take a little bit of Distress Oxide ink in Citron, I think, Twisted Citron, and just add a little bit of this to the edge of my little oval here. And I'm going to add that to my little stocking stuffer. This was a lot of fun to make. It did not take me very long to make this because I didn't really fuss with it too much. I didn't create anything super fancy to embellish it with, but you could take a lot of time and do some really cool things with these different products. And you could make a lot of different things with that Tall Tag Duo set as well. You can make all of your Christmas tags, which would be a lot of fun. So I'm just going to pop that up on a couple of little foam pieces here and adhere that down. I'm just going to show you how this opens up in the back. And that is going to be it for my project today. So thanks so much for stopping by, guys. I'm really having fun with this Christmas project series, and I will see you next time. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.